Dear Diary. So, another day, another isolation. Anyway, so I had a request. Well, I had an email. Someone actually saying to me, Martin, what do we get out of this? You keep banging on about trusted wireless environment, and we need to actually make sure that we're not on a pineapple. But how can I tell if I'm on a pineapple? Or how can I tell if I'm in a safe environment to use the hotspots? And it got me thinking, he's right. I've never told you how to check that, how to look for it. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to ask my friends to see if they can help. So, Mr. Pootree, I ask you, how can I tell if I am in a safe location to use the Wi-Fi in a hotspot? Over to you, my man.
Martin, that's a great question. I get that question from a lot of people. So I threw together three quick and simple ways to look and see if you're connected to a Wi-Fi pineapple or an evil network, and what you can do to stay safe when you're out traveling on the road. The first one is to just know what you're connected to. Pay attention. Make sure that you're connected to the appropriate wireless network. And if you see duplicates like secure Wi-Fi listed more than once and one secured and one not, make sure you're connected to the secured one. That's a good trick a lot of people would do to try to get people over on their bad network, is by just cloning the SSID. The second tip is to really pay attention to your security warnings. If you're getting warnings about connections being public or not private, or certificate errors, or your Outlook is throwing warnings up that you're connected to unauthorized network or something like that, pay attention to them. Don't just click through and take a step back, look at what network you're connected to, make sure it's the appropriate one. And then when you are on the road, if you can, get a VPN spun up on your devices. There are some private and corporate VPNs. Not all of them are as good as other ones, but any of them are going to provide some level of encryption to make it a lot harder for the bad guys to see that traffic. If you do get connected to a pineapple or an evil network, it at least makes it a little harder for them to grab information out of that data flow when you're trying to get out to your email or to Facebook. So those are just three really quick tips to try to keep you safer when you're out traveling on the road or working from home.
Well, thanks for that, Pootree. That's awesome. But here's the other thing. What should we be doing when we're on a hotspot? Well, let's find out if Mr. Orsi knows how to deal with that. So over to you, Mr. Orsi. Tell us, what sort of things should we be doing and not doing on a hotspot?
Hey, Martin, yeah, that's a good question. When we eventually do make it back out there, we connect back to Wi-Fi hotspots, first thing to realize is you can't avoid Wi-Fi. I mean, most cellular connections are handed over to Wi-Fi today anyways. It's called Hotspot 2.0. You can look it up on your own time. So two things you should do when you get back to connecting to public Wi-Fi. First, check if that location is vulnerable to the evil twin attack. You can do that at trustedwirelessenvironment.com. Click on the world maps. You can see locations that have passed or failed the evil twin attack test. And number two, use a VPN. I know you've heard it a lot, but they're really important. There are some paid for ones. There are some free peer-to-peer ones. Take your pick. Two things people should not do when connecting back to public Wi-Fi: banking, trading stocks, anything financially related. It's a bad idea to do that in public anyways. Don't do it on public Wi-Fi. And the second thing, don't give up your passwords on captive portals. If you see a pop-up captive portal prompting you for your Office 365 password, it's probably an evil portal. It looks totally legitimate, but it doesn't log you into anything. It just sends your passwords over to an attacker, and then you've been pwned. So hey, I hope those tips were helpful, and talk to you later.
Thank you for that, Mr. Orsi. Great information there. So there you go. You now know how to spot if you're on someone's evil twin, and now you know what to actually do when you're on a hotspot. So what we need to do now is wait for those lovely restrictions to say we're allowed to go out and do things normally. Anyway, you all stay safe, and who knows, next week I might do another one. Let's see what we can come up with. Anyway, if you want to, send me a message below, like my comments, or send me a message. Over to you guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.